about a wide receiver.
Yeah.
What have you?
I already like you, man. I'm fired up.
Yeah. What have you? I know he hasn't even done an official practice yet. But with Luther Burden, what have you gotten to see? And are there glimpses of why he was so highly recruited and rated?
Yeah, I think physically, there hadn't been a huge transition for him. He's already at 215 pounds. He's strong. He's a natural ball catcher. So I just think it's interesting, right? Normally when a freshman comes in, there's that adjustment period to get your body to a certain standpoint. For him, we really feel he came in college ready.
Cool.
Well, I'll be the bad guy. I'll ask you. What have you seen growth-wise when you look at Brady and Tyler? Obviously, guys that were here last year. What have you seen, growth-wise from them?
Yeah, a ton of growth. I think it's such a unique situation for them, probably initially getting here in the number 2 and backup roles, and for them now to be competing for this thing. Certainly from a standpoint physically, they've done everything. We really believe had a great summer, and it always comes down to the mental preparation, and they're now third year in the system.
What have you seen from, Jack Abraham since he's been here? I know it's been a little bit of time that he's been here, but, what have you seen from him so
Yeah,
far?
Jack's kind of like a 32-year-old. You know what I mean? He's super mature. We always joke around. This is like his 9th year in college football. So just a ton of maturity, I think, for him. It's not necessarily like new schemes for him, but just, if you will, trying to, okay, this is what these guys call it versus what I've been around. So really mature, really, really fortunate we have him here.
Is it fun to have an open quarterback battle as a coach?
Yeah, it's fun. It's always stressful, right? Because you just never you never really know what to expect. I think it's a little bit different just with both Brady and Tyler in that we've been able to see them play in live situations, right? And certainly with Jack, the film we evaluated of him, and he's played a lot of football. So it's definitely exciting. It's a good challenge and one we're excited for.
Heading into the first, few days of fall camp here, what's something you're immediately looking for these guys to kind of show this team?
Yeah, I think like decision making and leadership. Ultimately, the game always comes down to decision making. Who's going to put our team in the best situations, as you guys know. Who's going to take the chances when the opportunity presents itself? Who's going to take care of the football when they don't? But then there's the leadership thing. You know what I mean? Ultimately, you got a group of 100 guys who are kind of looking at you and going like, is this going to be the guy that's ready to lead us in good and bad times? And I think those are probably the two biggest things when it's all said and done.
For the fans that haven't seen a lot of footage of Jack, I don't know, what can you share with what he's like as a quarterback? What is, his arm strength, his mind? Just what can you share for the fans?
I think he's really good. You know what I mean? I think he's a guy that's got a nice quick release. He throws it certainly well enough. But he's a good processor, man. Again, I just go back to that maturity, that intelligence part where he's certainly a football junkie type kid, and I think that's going to really help him in the situation he's currently in with just having to get ready to go fast.
This isn't a question, but how crazy is it in your room? I believe he's 24, and then you got an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
What a disparity.
Yeah,
It's
it's always a unique thing, you know what I mean? Especially, we really feel good about the room, just great people in there. But certainly, yeah, Jack's already married, and Sam's just stepping foot on a college campus for the first time. So that part's cool and something we embrace.
Nice to meet you.
You too, man. See you, Dan.
When do you hope to sort of have that decision made, at least maybe not publicly, but in your mind, as to who's going to start week 1 for you?
Yeah, it's a really good question. There's always a little bit of give or take, right? Sometimes these things go faster than others. Sometimes they take a little bit more time. Certainly the decision will not be rushed. But we feel if somebody's pulling away, within at least two weeks of practice and whatnot, we want to give them the ability to have a little bit of a runway, if you will, to lead the football team. But if it's, again, if two guys are playing really well and it's going to take us till the final deal, we'll be ready for that as well.